Next on the list is outcomes. I'll click on the outcomes link. It takes me to the course outcomes where I can create new outcomes or I can bring outcomes into my course from an outside location. I can also build and manage rubrics on this page. I'm not going to get into the specifics in creating outcomes just yet or managing or creating rubrics. But I just wanted to kind of show you what was possible here on the outcomes page. I usually describe an outcome as a building block for a rubric. So one rubric may be made up of one or more outcomes. They contain the criteria that a student is being graded on. So I can create an outcome just specifically for this course if I want to, just by clicking on Create Outcome. I can name the outcome whatever I want and set the criteria and learning mastery levels and all that kind of stuff. And this is all customizable, but I'm just going to save for the sake of showing you what this looks like in the interface that we have here. Now if I head back to the main opening area, I can see that I have that sample outcome here listed, and I can click on it very easily and see all the contents, or I can even edit the outcome at this point. Another thing you can do in the outcomes area is add groups. So if I want to organize my outcomes, I can do that. I'm going to click on this new group, and I'm going to call this written assignments. I can add more details to describe that group if I want, otherwise just click Save. Now I have a subcategory, and I can move this sample outcome if I want into that directory that I just created. I can click on Sample Outcome, I can click on Move Outcome, and then I can choose that I want to put it in the Written Assignments area. And now I have organized my outcomes a little bit by categorizing that into a written assignment group of outcomes. One important part of the outcomes that may end up becoming very relevant on campus depending on how we move forward in our course level assessment tracking is bringing outcomes into your course that have been created by a department head or someone who is in charge of reporting and tracking learning masteries in your courses. You can also use this Find feature here, this Find button. If I click on that, I can start looking through the account level outcomes that have been created by others in my department or in administration and look at specific outcomes for specific courses or however this is organized. This outcome organization will probably be going away soon, so it might not look exactly like this, but this is where you could go in this illustration at least, to grab an outcome that's been created by somebody else. I just find that outcome, I click on Import and OK, and now that outcome, since I was in my written assignments directory when I imported that, when I went to find that, it brought that imported outcome into my written assignments directory. Lastly, you can click on Manage Rubrics over here on the right hand side, and here's where you can add rubrics. If you prefer to create your rubrics before you create your assignments or after you create your assignments and then attach them later to your assignments, this is how you can just come in and create rubrics.